Where's Gav?
But yeah, that's awesome that we got Ambrosia then. We actually got a mount that we can actually ride on. And go a bit faster. Can we do anything? Yeah, that board then has gotta be for hunting. Wherever it is, right here. Ah, come on. The main reason I say that is because in Final Fantasy XII it was also a chocobo. No, sorry, not a chocobo. A Moogle that runs that as well. Or ran that as well, I should say. Right, let's talk with Gav, see what's going on in the world.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Auto scanner is now open. Okay. New facilities. The following hideaway facilities are now available. Lion's Reports, Patron's Whisper, and the Hunt Board. Okay, yep. All three are located near Otto and the Mess. Good to know.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
And out of curiosity, then. Nope, nothing new there. The fruits for labor.
I don't know.
You know what, let's check out the reading table. There's something there. And since we're here, Wall of Memories, the Oath, Ambrosia's Takas. Even after being separated from her master, the noble steed served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as a good shield should. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, reading table. What do we got? Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find that she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. The White-Winged Wonder. So that's in response to that mission, I guess? And before we do the side missions over there, let's go ahead and check out the new facilities in Otto's area. See if I can, like, collect a reward at the hunting board. So probably start there. Nectar. Clive, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help, as I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Muggles, no fiend of the forest or ghoul. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. But with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye out on all the billets that get posted on the board, so if there's... How is it goes so quick? For those long ones that you gotta read out, but the other ones that seem to take longer are the short little snippets that are quick to read. Ask about the hunts. Did you see that the billets are marked with the location, Kupo? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human, Kupo. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, Kupo, try reading the witness's statement. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the nasties down and finish them off. About the hunt board, it's precisely what you see before you, Kupo. The curse breakers note down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, Kupo. And post the billets here, Kupo, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two, which is where you come in, Kupo. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, Kupo, so that everyone can sleep at night, knowing that the realm is a safer place. Did you see that the curse breakers give every billet a rank of riskiness, Kupo? From this thing could kill you with a single swipe to a 7-nation army couldn't scratch this thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors to this board, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail, Kupo. So don't you go letting all their hard work go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let me, I mean them, down. Nectar's Adventures. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort that might carry a Moogle across countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. That's funny. Alright, let's view the board. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted to the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. A member of the Black Station at Martha's Rest reported that he had been set upon in the marshes by an otherworldly horror with a single staring eye. It flew at him on bony bat's wings, scratching him with claws black as night and sharp as razors. Naturally, flint and terror, but if a battle-hardened blood axe cannot cope with the mere sight of such a creature, what hope do the rest of us have? Araman. South of Sorrowwise Rosaria. And the rewards. Okay. So automatically is claimed. So some have pictures and others do not. Belphegor, Broken Hilt, Rosaria, Clairview, Sandbrick. Rank C, rank B. Wicked winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering, though the Cursebreaker saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their paths. The sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. The whole efforts being made not to rouse the beast's ire is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers march to the northern border that might cut the fiend down before it makes trenchers of the nearby villages. And what's she do?
Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
What?
Business is busy.
Business is busy. On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks from transcribing and sorting Stolas reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. Ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old hideaway. I won't claim to have seen his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley. Still, I like to think Jara would be proud of me too, were he with us today. About the past 5 years.
Words are immortal.
Words are immortal. They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Jara, in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Completing side quests will earn Clive renown. Inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper and the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. So... achieving a renown rating. Achieving renown. So this doesn't remove renown? Except donation.
You earned this.
Oh, okay. Your merry band of outlaws and stash and deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heartstruck Dowager. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again the blood axes.
All yours.
Huh, okay, cool. Berserker ring. Can't get any details. I'm at 55 now, so if I got 30, I could get this one.
Come again. I may have more for
Interesting.
ya. Oh, I wasn't expecting you.
Nope,
Off
not
you
what
go
I
then.
meant.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same
Oh,
old.
same old, innit? Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The Cursebreakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest. So, if you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, are still with us in our hearts. And Sid. When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
He's still with us too.
But he's still with us too. With us. And in you. You took his name and gave us hope when we had none. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is don't be a stranger, eh? A hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid.
Quick look.
Really?
Doesn't sound like anywhere.
So all that's available right now is that side quest and those 2 marks.
That room's as ragged as I hear there's
Just in
trouble
case
there.
some of the marks become inaccessible later on, I'm gonna go ahead and do the side quest and those 2 marks. Shouldn't take too long to do them, I would assume. Hopefully the side quest, since it's one in the hideaway, is one that doesn't take that long. Love if it took less than 10 minutes. It might. It just might.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the Cursebreakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Fruits of her labors. That's awesome. Someone would pass that it's actually bearing fruit. That's good. Deliver the apples to the hideaway's Cursebreakers. Oh, so okay, yeah, this will be one we could probably finish in less than 5 minutes then. Very easy. Perfect.
Did you come through the forge today?
I was worried it'd be a lot more work. Am I going a long way? Long way? Kinda. But we're already this far, so let's keep going.
And you say Sid built this place?
I definitely do like this hideaway a lot more than the previous one. part of it's because it's a lot more spacious and a lot more sunlight. It doesn't feel like you're just stuck in a hole in a wall. Instead, it feels like you're actually somewhere.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Excellent. Ah, and another curse breaker.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Nice. While I am here, since it doesn't seem like it actually logs these, I'm actually going to take a quick picture of each one of these. That way I got something to reference. Oh, we can go after those 2 marks. Anyways.
Arthur's all right. Yeah. Them old apples were enough.
Back to the backyard to talk with Cormac. And then we will fast travel and hit those marks. Which again, probably shouldn't take too long, depending on how tough they are. I can imagine altogether between the 2 10 to 15 minute fights, maybe? No, that's probably exaggerating. Probably 5 to 10, somewhere in there.
The curse breakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Nice. That's a good story. Martel's apples displayed in Clive's chamber. Basket of slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martel. May she rest in peace. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick, Martel. Oh yeah, I remember actually saying that. Funny. Right. Oh, so actually I'm not going to be able to go to those marks right now. It would seem. Ew. From these, I'm dead. From these heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between. Not long ago, this is a lush forest teeming with life, but that was before the blight rendered it a twisted tangle of rotting bows, shunned by even the foulest of vermin. Once proud village, all but abandoned following the heartless slaughter of our people. Alright, let's travel to hear them.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Alright, bloodlines. I guess we'll do those marks another time.
Do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Ah, that's right, because we actually have to cross the sea, too. And since we got Ambrosia,
Ready, go?
we can actually speed this up a little bit here.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Unless we see anything really specific. Or special, I should say. Get a bluebird. Still do want to explore the area. Not necessarily fight everything right now, because you guys have seen already a lot of that. So riding Ambrosia is a nice change of pace. And so far, nothing special. Moon blooms. Jump, whatever's. Oh, I could just keep running this way. Well, Aldhole. Or Aldhile?
Time to fight.
My verb.
You safe?
Sure. Let's fight this one.
Awaken! There's a good boy.
This one is probably tough.
It's over.
This one should be worthwhile. And can I kill with this? Probably not. Ignition's still a fantastic move against these enemies. And I mean, fighting a lot of these enemies does help for, like, grinding points and all for the icon abilities. But it won't be fair if I make you guys sit through so much. Especially if it's the same creatures over and over and over again.
Good girl.
Hence why I am fine with actually running past some. Obviously, it's different for
This might take a while.
certain areas that you have to. Oh, I have to get off just
rest.
to kick open the chest.
To me, Flames!
I'm still missed on those mixed on those judgment bolts. How useful they are. Useful or non-useful, anyways. They're kind of both ways with me right now.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
We shall see. And also, I'm sure I probably said something like this near the beginning of the walkthrough, but I'm not going to do a 100% completion of this for the walkthrough, but I am going to try to do as much as I can. So if I could do a whole bunch of side missions, special enemies, such as those marks, things like that, I'll go ahead and do them. Now get 100% completion where I get absolutely everything in the walkthrough and I show you 100% of everything that you could possibly get. That's not so likely.
We're not alone.
I'll get a lot, but I probably won't get 100%, so definitely keep that in mind that it's not a 100% walkthrough. Still want to try to have fun, still want to try to make it enjoyable for you guys. That's still the main goal. Plus, I don't want to get sick and tired of this game. That would suck. Though right now I don't think I could. Because even just grinding, killing creatures, going through an area a few times was still fun and enjoyable for me to play. Just don't want to record it, because then that would get a bit tedious to try to talk through all of that.
Justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Interesting. What's this
You're a
merchant
long
got
way
that's
from
special?
home, aren't you?
Not really my... Ooh. Increases limit break regeneration amount by 6% when taking damage. That could be worthwhile to buy. How much is it? 24,000. I have 23,000. Of course it is.
There you are. You won't be disappointed. I suppose we won't be seeing you
10,000 for an
again.
elixir. Yeah, it's like a special enemy or powerful boss kind of thing right there. Anyways, let's talk with that guy and see what the Black Shield thing's all about.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100?
So he's more than happy with ratting people out. Just for some money. Are you kidding me? That's so messed up. Some old lady, someone in this area apparently. Where?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out.
Speak with the locals some more.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
And the plot thickens. Shallop Rock.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Faster!
Okay, so I can't actually ride a chocobo through here. Interesting. What? Oh, some of these fallens. Okay.
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
Oh no, I hope he continues that dialogue. I didn't mean to interrupt it.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Well, what's the idea? Because I am kind of curious here.
Time to fight.
Ah, bomb. Great. At least I can try to keep it from exploding here. Excellent. Then we can get that fallen chest, I believe is what that would be. Bull's horn buried. And what, pray tell, does that do? Increases lunge damage by 5%. Yeah, I don't even use lunge. I keep forgetting I even have it. Black shield.
More of my mother's men.
Wow. They would like to come here. I'll give them a reason for being here. I wonder what's up with this rocky pass to get to the next village. Ah, okay. Whole bunch of trees and you'd have to get down there. Understandable. Another fallen hunter. Yes, I didn't have a mission before, but I do now. And a few chests with some items in it. Awesome. And am I missing anything up here? Nope. Cool. Let's call Ambrosia again then.
Come on.
I like that upbeat music as soon as getting on Ambrosia too. It's pretty nice. Onward we go.
Thanks, Gal.
Really? We are still that strong. That's incredible. I didn't mean to take that drop, but we took it like a champ.
Just the one of you, eh?
Alright, back to exploring then. Whoa.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Surprised they actually have a mage in the black shields for these guys. I should focus on that mage and get rid of him though. Or did I already? I might have already actually. Well, I'm glad I at least hit someone on that. Don't know where I was going there. Tried using the ignition to swing back. Instead, I looped around and entirely missed.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Ew. So there are bears there. Oh no, does that mean also his uncle might actually get killed? I hope not. Hopefully people haven't been slaughtered here.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Oh, Redac's jump goes to here. Okay, then why do we take the round of... I don't know why we took the long way around then. It's kind of random. So much death, though. His mother is so messed up. Follows whatever they feel, whatever society believes is right. Especially on her pursuit for power.